Welcome to Hattie's Hierophant. I am your tarot reader, and there is a happy birthday for you, my dear. I missed you last month. You have been on my mind, and during that break, and just so you know, I'm so grateful for all the good energy you all have been sending my way, for the messages you sent my way. Your girl is good. I think I just needed a little spiritual break is what it was. Now I feel so energized, and most importantly, I feel like myself. So thank you. All right, my love, I pulled a couple of extra cards than I normally do for us because I'm trying to get us down to the nitty gritty. I did some self-reflecting and like, what is my hopes and dreams for this channel? What are my hopes and dreams for us and for you? And that's for you to be at your highest good. And if I can give you the tools, if I can help you in any way, that ignites my spirit and I'm fulfilling my purpose, right? And I also have some other stuff that I'm coming up with too. I'm going to have like these series to help you get the most out of these general readings, because I know a lot of us can't afford to go to our professional readers all the time. So sometimes we're like, oh, that general reading didn't resonate with me. That's because we really weren't really tuning in. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. So be on the lookout for that. So that was a super long intro. Let's get on to your reading. So the first card we're going to talk about, Libra, is from my chakra deck. And I pulled that of the dreams. And you see that pretty violet color, that is the third eye chakra. So during your meditation, Libra, and I hope you are meditating, and you don't necessarily have to although that felt great, that little second there, right? You don't have to do it that way. Meditating is just really connecting with spirit, whether it's 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 5 hours, whatever your heart desires, right? You are getting downloads, and wherever you get your downloads. For example, I get my downloads in the shower. Some people get their downloads when they go for a walk. Some people get their downloads during certain activities, right? So wherever you get your downloads, spirit is encouraging you to write them down. Really, you're really resonating with spirit right now. So your dreams are almost so livid, and some of them are very confusing because you're like, okay, spirit, what are you trying to tell me? And you can tell that they're spiritual dreams, and you can tell that these are downloads that spirit is trying to get to you. So if you don't understand them, that's when it's a great time to write them down as soon as you have the dream so you don't forget. And my favorite way is I keep my phone next to my bed, and when I have those downloads and those dreams, I record them, and then I go back and I listen to them. And then people whom I trust, who I know are spiritually guided, I have them help me decipher my dream too. And I feel like that helps me with my spiritual walk. So that is that violet energy, that third eye chakra. Even while we're going through this reading, Libra, let's focus on that together. Now let's get on with your reading that I'm using the Rider deck. The center of your reading, my love, my girl, my guy, is that of the World. I love this energy so much. It's that Saturn energy, and you know Saturn gets such a bad rap because it's such a disciplined energy, right? And let's face it, most people don't like to be disciplined because it comes with restrictions, right? But not in this case. You know, when Saturn rewards you, she rewards you because of the work that you've put in through your manifestations and through your action through your manifestations. And this World energy is that of thank you, Spirit. I will mention that. This is one of starting a new cycle. I know it's not one that's ending, but actually, you know, both have to occur. But sometimes there's that waiting point in between beginning and ending. I don't see any hangman energy here, so we'll take a look at that. But right now, I feel like this is a new start for us, a new cycle. All I keep hearing is dream big. Even before I started your reading, all I kept hearing was dream big. Listen, okay, So Spirit's telling me about travel. Some of you are going to be traveling. So I know that during this time that a lot of us are restricted in regards to traveling, but you may have that opportunity, even if it's within your area, if it's within your state or province is what I'm seeing. You're going to be traveling a bit further than you normally do. And there's something with this travel in between that, in between leaving and getting there, something in between there, there's a message for you. I almost feel like it's like a scavenger hunt, but it's like you don't even know it's a scavenger hunt. It's almost like Spirit's taking you on this hunt, and each place that you go, each stop that you make, you're getting messages, you're getting gifts, you're getting ideas that's going to help you onto this in this cycle that you're starting. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of this they have these new, they're called master classes, right? I got this for my son. And there's this particular CEO, or I think she owns Spanx or whatever. And I was listening to her story about dreaming big, right? This is reminding me of you, Libra, and what the messages are for you. And she went through this exercise on television, and it was some sort of reality show. And the goal was to jump from this cliff. She had on a bungee, and there was this guy who was mid-air on a bungee as well. He was pretty much just hanging over a cliff safely. And the whole goal was for her to jump into his arms and have him catch her. Now, there was a bunch of CEOs, right? Like big time CEOs, I think like Virgin Records, et cetera, et cetera. He was also there. And she was one of the last ones to go, right? So one jumps, he misses, and he bungees down. Another one jumps, she misses, she bungees down, right? She goes, she bungees, and he catches her. Now, at the end, they're all like super surprised, like, how did you do it, right? And she said, instead of looking him in his eyes, I looked 3 inches above his eyes, and that was my target. Everyone else was saying, nope, we looked him in his eyes, or they were focusing on his belt, right? They were focusing on things that were too low. Their standards were too low. So guess what happened? They didn't even make the target. She dreamt higher, she looked higher, and she made it. That's the message here for you, Libra. Dream big. Now, let's go on to your moon energy, my dear. You have that of the 6 of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Justice energy. So you show right on up to your own reading, and it's not a surprise that with this dreams here you have like that moon energy there, and now we're talking about your moon energy as far as your reading goes. And this is where your emotions are. This is where your dreams are. This is where you manifest and meditate. This is the conversations that you're having with Spirit. And spiritually, I can see you're like, you know what? I need things to go a bit smoother in my everyday life. I need things to be more systematic in my everyday life. I see this conversation that you're having with Spirit, like I need my money to be a bit straighter, right? It's almost like you need to start feeling like, you need to start feeling like yourself. You need to start feeling like things are starting to go in your favor. And I see that happening with the World card, right? So I can see these conversations that you're having with Spirit, like, look, I'm tired of constantly worrying about money. I'm tired of constantly worrying about my health. I'm tired of constantly is what I'm feeling like. So Libra, if you haven't already started feeling a bit where things feel a bit smoother, you will, for so many reasons, right? A lot of my cardinal signs, and you are a cardinal sign, you all are going to start feeling a bit more smoother. The cardinals are the Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, and my beautiful Libra. So you are going to start feeling that smooth out a bit. Now, let's go on to your ego energy, and I have that of the 3 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. And amazingly enough, that Queen of Cups is in your sun energy. So I do feel like that we're getting a hold of our emotions. Some of us are feeling very maternal, and maternal in the sense of let me take care. So, but you know what? I feel like it's more like I need to take care of me. That's what I'm feeling. It's not so maternal in a way that you are taking care of your family, your children, because I feel like that's like a given. That's like a natural. For those of you Libras who have, you know, children and husbands and wives and things like that, brothers and sisters, I'm hearing like you already have this nurturing side about you, but it's like you want to nurture yourself, you want to pamper yourself, and I feel like that you're starting to put yourself on that pedestal of nurturing. Yeah, because I hear like I'm not going to wait for somebody else to do it for me, because no one can live up to my standards that I give. So guess what? I'm going to do it for myself. So a lot of us, so for those of us who are working for someone or have our own business or what have you, if you are in some way you have to do a presentation or you have to speak in front of someone, if you have to train, or if you, I feel like you're going to be put in a position to train. You're going to be put in a position to speak. It's almost like people are going to look to you for information. You're really seen in a really good light this month, Libra, for October. You're very much respected. Things that come out of your mouth, people turn and they look and are like, yep, Libra knows what they're talking about. I'm trusting Libra. So I see that if you are trying to start something off, you're trying to kick something off, if you're trying to kick off like a YouTube channel, if you're trying to start a book, whatever it is to where you need to get in front of, you should do it, Libra. People will be very receptive of you. And with this Page of Wands here, and especially with it being in your ego energy, you know, the page is the start, right? So it's the new cycle. It's the new cycle, Libra, right? The World card. And then we have the page. The page is the start of that passionate new thing that we want to do. So whether it's a passionate new business or a passionate new hobby, whatever it is that your heart's been ringing, and I feel like that your heart's been ringing for it like at the beginning of the year. And then something happened. Well, we know what happened. You know, it was on pause for so many reasons, right? Whether you were moving or whether, you know, you gained a job, you lost a job, or your position switched, you're working from home, something happened to where this passionate thing had to be put on pause. And I feel like we're going to start that back up for the month of October. I feel like this next October, November, December, you're really going to start seeing like this upswing. I see it like this. Right? I hope you saw that. So I see it like it's going to start going up, and you're going to have like this small little dip. And it's more of, I feel like it's almost like a test, right? Like what Saturn does to us sometimes. They're like, hey, before I give you this responsibility, before I give you this thing, before I give you your hopes and dreams, I'm going to show you just a little setback just to see how hungry you are. And if you pass that test, so to speak, I don't know how else to put it, then we're going to move you on to the next level, and you're going to catapult, right? You're really going to take off. So if you get to that point in this passionate new dream, this passionate new thing that you're going to be doing, don't give up. That's just the lesson, right? That's just the grit that Spirit is trying to really put into your life, to put into the mix of all of this, because it's going to be needed, right? And once you get gritty, then it's really gonna take off. And how do I know? How do I know? Because now we're going to talk about your immediate present, because we have the Wheel of Fortune, baby. Right? So if we stick with this energy, if you embrace that part when it starts to get a little bit gritty, right? Where it's not as fun as you thought it was going to be, and you can actually see the end game, it's all going to work in your favor. Right? This is very lucky energy. It's very Jupiter type energy. It's very like being in the right place at the right time kind of energy, right? And then I also have that of the Nine of Pentacles. So the finances that you've been worrying about, right? Again, I just feel like that you pamper yourself. Take care of you, right? That's what I'm feeling. So first of all, if you are celebrating a birthday this month, Libra, the lesson here, right? I don't want to say lesson. how you make your wish, how you want the rest of your year to look, do it on that day. For example, whatever it is you want, desire, gift it to yourself that day. I feel like that's how you're going to let spirit know exactly what it is that you really want, desire, and you're trying to manifest. For example, if you are wanting relaxation, if you want a little bit more relaxation and me time, then your birthday, do some me time and relax, right? If you really want it to be about this new job, this new career, this new endeavor, yeah, I know it's your birthday, Libra, but that's the wish. That's how you make that wish, is doing it on that day. There's just something about it. And you know what? I really feel like too that even this first full moon, because you are so heightened right now, it's almost like, you're at the dining table with spirit and they're like, write it out, Libra, right? During this full moon, really use this time to manifest, write your things down. Everything that you do, whatever your rituals are doing during the full moon, double it, right? Dream big, manifest big, right? That's what I keep hearing. And it's there. We can obviously see it. This is all in your immediate present, right? What else could you hope for? This is a very independent energy too, especially when it's in that sun energy, right? And that's what I see. I don't see any moon energy here, meaning that shadow side of us. I see all this light and I see all this prosperity and I see it like working out exactly how you want it to, like whatever your vision is going to come to pass. Oh my Libra, how creative are you? Look at you. I see such creativity. I see such vibrant colors and I see such energy. If you haven't been feeling energetic, if you've been feeling a little like just not yourself, right? Like I get that. If you haven't been feeling not yourself, I feel like you're gonna start feeling more like you're more Libran self. And my Libra, there's just something about you for this for October especially that it's like everyone is attracted to you. I see. Thank you, Spirit. Have you been really focusing on like your health, eating right? Maybe you have a new skin regimen. There's something you've incorporated that you've taken a bit more seriously, and it's showing. So keep it up. All right, so we are now going to expand. I feel like Chatty Cathy today. I think because I didn't see you guys last month, so I'm like, I missed you, so forgive me. All right, so I expanded on that Six of Wands. We are back to your moon energy, and that expansion is the Devil along with the Knight of Swords. Again, more Saturn-like energy, and what I mean by that is that represents Capricorn, and then we also have that of the Knight of Swords. So this is all about pushing our ideas forward beyond our... you know how I keep saying dream big, right? So let's go back to that story where the, I wish I knew her name, right? Where the lady who owns Spanx, when she made that leap and she made that jump, she revealed how she was shaking and she was terrified. And this devil energy it feeds from fear. It paralyzes you, right? This devil didn't invite these people here. They came on their own because they're afraid to do anything else, right? Fear is so crippling that it stops us from going to our dreams, our hopes, our purpose. It stops us from manifesting, right? And this is Spirit saying, go beyond your fears. Remove those loosely, those chains that's around their necks that is so loose. I'm getting there. Those are self-inflicted. They're not tight. The devil didn't put them around their necks. They did it themselves. And this is encouraging you to go beyond that fear, to go beyond your past and whatever that is. Because what lives here also in that fear is past failures, embarrassments, shame, right? And this is Spirit saying, go past that, because that sword represents your thought process, what's in your mind, what you think about constantly. And you see, he's not stopping for anyone. Spirit is saying, don't stop. Move forward. And as I expand on that justice energy, I have that of the Two of Swords along with the Seven of Pentacles, right? And this is all about, that Seven of Pentacles is reevaluating, right? It's reevaluating our life, right? Reevaluating our finances, reevaluating our job, our career, our health, and all that stuff. And what are some of the things that are holding you back, Libra? Because I feel like perhaps what's holding us back are those things where we just didn't feel like that we received justice, where it wasn't fair. And when you stay in that energy, it's crippling, like we just said, right? It's that energy of, because you keep going back to it, where it's not fair, and that's how come I don't get to move on. That's how come I can't be better. That's how come I can't manifest my hopes and dreams because of all these things that were done wrong to me. You know what that is? That's your ego talking, right? That's your ego stepping in saying, world, you owe me something. And maybe the world does owe you, but not in that energy, Libra. You have to know that. So while we're here, right, it puts us in that energy of, I can't decide, I can't move, right? And Libras are kind of, they get that bad rap of being indecisive, right? I don't feel that, because this is in your moon energy, and there's obviously some shadow work that we're doing. And I feel like we just need to move past the past, because it's not going to serve you in this next cycle. And I expanded on that 10 of Pentacles, and I have this of the Empress. She also represents that beautiful energy and that prosperous energy of Venus. It's one of beauty and love and, again, prosperity, right? And even that of my Libra. So there you are again, pregnant with ideas. And then we have this of the 7 of Pentacles along with the 10 of Swords. So we obviously have some ending of a thought process, right? And this, again, I just keep feeling like that whatever you felt like you were done wrong, or however, maybe you feel like that you've put in all the work and no one else has, or maybe you feel like you're always the one that financially contributes. You're the one who always does all the work. You're the one who always, does all the taking care. And you've been carrying this like a brick, like a cement house. And Spirit is saying, let that go. Let's ding dong dead it. Maybe that was part of your past, but it does not have to be part of your future. So this is the work that we're doing in Spirit, so we can get this prosperity. So we can move past that I've given too much. You have the Justice card in your Spirit, and if you look very closely there, he also has the scales in his hands. There is a balance that is happening for you, Libra. Now let's move on to your Sun energy, because I want to see what this is about. Wow, so much work for you. Gosh, you've gone through such this transformation, and it's almost like that past disappointment, like I feel it. I feel this past disappointment that you've had, and your heart was just heavy, and some of you had to hide it, because it's almost like if you said anything, you felt like it would be a reflection of how strong you are, and you felt like that if you said anything, that would bring more like I don't want to say bad energy. It would bring more of that feeling of heartbreak and disappointment, and more of that I can't push forward. But something shifted, and it just recently shifted. So I expanded on that 3 of Pentacles in your Sun energy, and I have that of the, what is this? The Page of Swords, along with the Hierophant. So there is this new commitment. This is awesome. There's this new commitment that we're heading towards. So I don't know if some of us are committed to some sort of learning. So I don't know if you are tapping into some sort of guru and you're learning from a guru, or if you are going back to school, or there's something that you are refreshing in regards to your education, right? And I feel like that for some of you, it's not the typical standard sort of education. So it's not like you're going to a brick and mortar. And obviously there's a lot of universities and a lot of learning sort of, what do you call them? It's online is basically what I'm trying to say. So it's even more than that. It's not your standard typical learning is what you're moving towards, Libra. It's very interesting. But we're definitely in the beginning stages. So again, I think we touched on this before. Some of you are really going to be like in that training position. Some of you are going to be like rewriting policies and procedures. Some of you are going to be responsible for the new rules and regulations within your organization that you work for. And you are going to be the person that they go to. Like I said, people really respect what you have to say. And they're like stopping and listening, and they're taking notes from you. Now, when I expand on that Queen of Cups, I have that of the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So again, I love that we're moving past this emotional. So obviously something really was tapping into us emotionally to where it was just, it was devastating, right? And some of us, it was a loss of a loved one. Some of us, and I mean that, some of us, it was a spiritual loss. Some of us, it was just a physical loss. Some of us, it was just a disappointment of, gosh, you were not the person who I thought you were, right? But it definitely was part of our emotions that left us empty, right? Left us unsatisfied. And in some cases, it really caused us some anxiety. But don't fret, my Libra, because I expanded. There we go. We talked about this. I expanded on the Page of Wands, the Page of Wands. Sorry, you know how I do. If you're new to this channel, sometimes it's hard for me to see the messages that Spirit's giving me, read the cards, and at the same time talk. So I'm working on a better me too, all the time. Thank you. So I have that of the Queen of Wands, and I love this energy. It's my most favorite energy in the deck because she's so charismatic. She's intelligent. She's well-spoken. And I mean well-spoken in the sense that when she speaks, it's understood. It's in layman's terms. She doesn't try to be the smartest one in the group. She tries to make sure everyone understands. As a matter of fact, she likes being surrounded by people who are smarter than her, right? This is also a very prosperous energy. It's also a very mysterious energy. So there's something, like I said, there's something about you, Libra, that's a little bit mysterious this month, which is why people are so attracted to you in October. And some of you, October is like your favorite holiday. I see some of you really, dressing up for Halloween, for those of you who have that holiday in your country. Some of you are really dressing up and you're having a lot of fun there. So I see that energy for you. And then I have that of the Hanged Man. We talked about this at the beginning of the reading, and the Ace of Pentacles. So some of us are not quite in that new start of the cycle. A lot of us are. But one thing for sure, there is a new cycle that is beginning, right? So some of us, it's been a while coming. Some of us are still doing some internal work to where you're almost like separating yourself from certain friends and certain people, certain activities, just so you can work on you. And, some people have even been like, okay, what's going on with Libra? And it's like, you know what? I'm re-energizing. I'm finding me again. And that's what I'm hearing. And for those of you who have been waiting for this new cycle, because you've been feeling it, right? You've been feeling it and wanting it and desiring it. You've been manifesting it, and it's coming and it's showing up in your ego energy. So we can definitely see that happening. October, no later than the beginning of November is what I'm feeling. And then I have that of the Ace of Pentacles. So all this work, right? And this is all about that tangible stuff in our life, our health, our money, our career, right? So who's getting a new car? Who's getting a new car? I just saw someone getting a brand new car. Please, Libra, if you do, right? Please put it in the comment, because I want to know what kind of car it is. Very cool. All right, so now we're going to expand on your immediate present. I know it's hard to follow me. I know my energy's like all over the place. I appreciate you staying. I really do. Let's go on to your immediate present. I'm so excited for you. The energy I feel, if you can't tell, is just so, it's so cardinal inspired. It's so like right now, quick. Red, I'm seeing red is a big color for you, Libra. So I see some of us getting some little red 90s, and I see some of us gentlemen getting some little red Speedos. What with your nasty behind? Look at that. Okay. All right. I'm minding my business. I'm minding my business. So there is definitely yeah. So what is happening? Some of us are going to be, some of us, remember how I said that some of us are going to be taking this journey, and from between starting and ending that journey, you're going to meet someone, right? And I don't know if it's going to be your person, but it's definitely going to be a person that is going to affect your life. It's going to be an influence on your life. So whether it's in business or whether it's relationship, they are definitely going to be influential in your life. So how about I show you what I see? So I expanded that on the Wheel of Fortune. We have that of the moon energy, and we have that of the Four of Swords. And what I'm feeling here is this energy to where we're finally kind of coming from this anxiety, this heartbreak, right? And that Hanged Man is all about just reflecting on all the things that have happened, right? Your past. And I feel like you're just kind of just checking those off. I love that you're not hanging on to them like this was some sort of punishment. You're really starting to really ease into the fact that these were lessons to bring you where you are now. You see, because this Hanged Man is not struggling, right? And you see his crown chakra, his third eye is glowing, right? So he's really been in tune intuitively with spirit to manifest it here in the 3D. And this is that energy here too, because when we're in that moon energy and we're here, right? We're here, then we start to become embarrassed of our shadow self when we don't have to, right? You can still invite your shadow self to that table of who you are. You just make sure they know you don't come in here acting up, shadow. But you can sit at this table because I appreciate you for making me who I am. But you're not about to show out. So I expanded that on the Nine of Pentacles, and I have that of the Knight of Wands and the Four of Cups. So obviously we are moving towards a new job, a lot of us, a new relationship, a lot of us, and a new partnership. So there's definitely something in regards to relationship and collaboration. And I can see that with the Three of Pentacles that's in your Sun energy, and with this being in your immediate present. Let's not discount those little things. Again, I feel like that once we get to that point of, we start to take off, we feel really energetic, and then we get into this energy. We get into this energy like, I'm tired. I'm already tired. I don't know if I'm going to move forward. But once you get past that moving forward, right? That's when you're going to start seeing your blessings. That's when you're going to start seeing your manifestations. That's when you're going to start seeing it really take off. You just have to get through that lull, right? I don't know if any of you ever tried like fasting, right? When you first started, you feel like you are starving. But once you get past that initial part to where you are so hungry, all of a sudden you're not hungry. And all of a sudden you have this energy. That's what Spirit is showing me for you. You're going to get to that point to where you're going to feel like, I don't know if this is for me. But once you get past it, you're going to be more energized. You're going to get more coverage. You're going to get more energy. And I hear you're even going to get more prosperity and money once you get past that, okay? So I expanded on the World card, and I have that of the Tower, very Mars-like energy. And Mars is all about change and shakeup and truth being revealed, right? Because once you shake this foundation, once you shake anything, right, it changes the entire atmosphere, the entire outlook, right? So there's something that's going to change for you, Libra. I also feel like that for those of you who are kind of finding your person, finding that partnership, I feel like it's going to be someone you kind of not really know, but know of. So it's going to be like, that's how you connect. You're like, don't I know you from somewhere? And they're going to be like, no, not really. But it it will be revealed to you later on down the road where you recognize them from, but it's going to be a great connection. 3 of Wands along with the 2 of Cups, right? So this journey is going to be a great connection. Whomever you meet on this journey is going to be a great connection. And I was just told that it doesn't necessarily have to be this long journey either. It just could be that instead of walking, you know, to your grocery store a certain way, you went a different way and you bumped into someone. I feel like I gave you this message before. Maybe some of you need to revisit that, but for sure, just kind of keep that in mind. Don't discount it. And you'll know when it resonates, when you kind of get this feeling of, don't I know you from somewhere? Know that that's the person. Okay. All right, my love. So that is the ending of your general reading. But what I did as well is I pulled some cards from my ancestry deck. I love this deck so much. It really really does have a spiritual connection. And the 3 cards I pulled for you was the She-Wolf, and she is all about transformation. She's transforming into her authentic self, into her hopes and desires without a care of what anyone else thinks. It's very much that energy of the Queen of Wands, and it's very much that energy of the 9 of Pentacles. It's really being proud of who you are and what you stand for. And this energy is supported by your ancestors. It's supported by the men and women before you who help you in this process and in this transformation. And then I have that energy of the Winter card of the Wolf. So you're coming from this hibernation of who you used to be and how things used to go, right? And in that winter stage, that's a stage to where we have a lot of self-reflection. And it's a stage of where we start planning. We start planning for the spring. We start planning for the summer. And then for some of you, this is also an indication of when we can expect our endeavors to really take off, and that would be in the winter time. So that typically for a lot of us, whatever winter time is for you, for here in the United States, that is typically like November, December, January. So we can expect that your endeavors will take off in the winter time. And last but not least, to really tie this all up, right? And you have that energy of the moon. And just like everything that we've been talking about, for this to end your reading, it's really about a cycle. You know, the moon comes in cycles. And when it comes in cycles, there's change in every aspect of the moon. What aspect are you in right now, Libra, right? Enjoy that aspect. Obviously, we're in the new cycle. Focus on your third eye chakra during your meditations. You're going to get a lot of messages there. I love, love, love this energy for you. It is so gushy and delicious and prosperous. And I just feel this authentic you, and it is absolutely beautiful. Ooh, angel card. We have so many messages, so many messages. All right. You know, the person who gave me these angel cards just happens to be a Libra. So how fitting. And that, my Libra, is that of transformation. Need I say more? Spirit knows how to work. Listen, I absolutely adore you. I've missed you so much. Have an absolutely awesome October.